Okay, we'll try this again. We're in the car. Roland and I were out, and at 5:30 we promised to come to you live with another tip. I'm Recie Myers.
And I'm Roland Myers, her husband. Glad to be with you all.
And every day we come and share just a little nugget, something that can help you in your personal life or your professional life. And today we're going to talk a little bit about self-analysis. Last week, let's see, am I live? It says live.
Yes, you're live.
Okay. Last week we talked about a list of different things that everyone, including myself, we should be working on, skills that we should be developing. And we thought we'll focus on self-analysis. All right. And on like a 5%. Okay.
Don't bother plugging it in.
Yes, they're gonna go die. I don't want it to die. Okay. All right. Sorry, some technical. Yeah. So all right, there we go. We're still live.
Keep going.
Yeah. So yes, the first thing is have a mentor, someone who can give you constructive criticism. That leads us right into number 2. Someone who be willing to accept constructive criticism. Now, you can easily tell when someone has your best interest at heart. They're not going to really try to crush you. There's some people who they're offering advice, but they're not really tactful in how they say it.
And also, too, you want somebody as a mentor that is successful.
Right.
That has experienced success. In other words, they know what they're talking about when they are guiding you. And that's very, very important.
And you might want to team up in terms of being in their space. See how they conduct business. See, because you can learn just by being around them, communicating with them on a regular basis. You can learn a lot, and you kind of mirror what they do. Now, all right. The next one is be consistent in doing income producing activities. A lot of times we get caught up, I'm going to do this and do things that have nothing to do with generating an income, So those were just a few things that you can work on. But then I thought, let me just apply some of this to myself, because as a newly published author, we learn by doing. Not saying that I'm an expert at everything, but I'm sharing what I've learned, what we're learning as we move down this path. And this past weekend, it was a great weekend. I had 2 book signings scheduled. One was on Saturday evening, but it was in conjunction with another event. It'll be 2 hours later. So hence, when you are planning or scheduling an event, it doesn't have to be like a book signing, but whatever your event is, limit distractions, okay? And that kind of goes into, I'll explain that in a minute. So limit the distractions. My second event was in conjunction with another event, and it was difficult to have equal time. I don't know. One event was just at the same time as mine, and it was, you didn't have equal time.
You kind of had for us, it was like a distraction.
Yes.
So, sometimes we have to do the calculus in, in how things flow when you
Yeah.
plan an event. So it's very careful to look at the flow. And we were thinking that sometimes it's necessary to be the main event and not necessarily
Team up with others.
Yeah, with others, because it's just like I said, it can be a conflict.
Yes, because you don't get equal time.
Yeah, it's hard to get equal time.
Yes.
And time is precious.
Right. And time is precious. That goes into punctuality. If you're going to start your event at a certain time, that's why we're supposed to start at 5:30. We know it's going to be at 5:30. So here we are driving, rather than, trying to get all through traffic and get home, and we just pulled over, and to make our commitment on time. So punctuality, that's part of your planning. You want everything to start on time.
Even if you had an event and the rest of the participants are not ready to start on time, we're kind of exploring what we can do to get the ball rolling to start on time. Because we were ready to start, but the program wasn't ready to start.
Right.
So, like I said, once you make a commitment, you need to stick with it.
Yes.
So we need to explore some ways how we can maybe get things going.
And so, which brings me to number 3: follow up, confirm, dates and times, knowing specifically what's going to happen when, so that there are no lulls or gaps.
Right. I know one of the programs, there was supposed to be some publicity ahead of time, but that didn't take place.
Right.
We're not complaining. All we're saying is we're doing self-analysis as to things that we can do better to make things flow a lot smoother. All in all, it was a good 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Very good 2 days. However, we want to make it even better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought we'd just share, as Roland and I are going through this, and as we are on our journey, things that we learn, we pass on and share with others. So tell us where you're tuning in from, if you're catching us live. If you're catching us on the replay, press #replay and tell us still where you're tuning in from. And I always try to leave something with you. In the description, there is a link to a group where you can get lots of information. Sometimes, even though you learn some things, you have to experience it. So you kind of like fail forward. You see where your bumps and hiccups and things are as you move forward, because it's a learning experience. It's a stepping stone to be able to get better. So, and I also have a link to my website, reciesdomain.com. You can check it out. There are lots of good things in there for you.
Just want to say hello to Liz.
Oh, hi, Liz.
That you could join us and see Thornton. Hey, George.
Thank you, George. Oh,
I lost you.
Okay. So that's what we have for you today. We invite you to join us every day. We should be back tomorrow morning at 8, and we'll see you then. Oh, by the way, if you are an author and anything that you may have experienced, if you've done book signings, what are some tips that could help us and others as we move forward on this path?
Yeah.
We thank you for joining us. Enjoy your afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.
There's PJ.
Well, hi, PJ. Thanks for joining.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I forgot. Share this out. If you've gotten any value from this, share it. Someone else can also benefit from it. And enjoy your afternoon. Bye now.
Bye-bye.